Very well. So we begin our episode with some weird news, some bizarre news, but more importantly, Mikel Arteta's press conference before the game against Crystal Palace is out. So we're going to talk about the key points from that interview as well. So stay tuned for that as well. So the first news is that Maitland-Niles also, he had a recent interview where he was asked who was the best player that he's ever played with. So he says Mesut Ozil. If he would have said someone else, I would have definitely, felt really bad. I mean, come on, the best skillful player, that's Mesut. So Maitland-Niles says with Mesut, he was so timed and calculated. Everything he does has a purpose and you can't get near him. I've never seen a guy like that who plays in a slow motion but always has time on the ball. It does not make any sense. But not only that, Maitland-Niles also spoke about a lot of things which will be spoken about in the latter parts of the episode. We talk about Mikel Arteta speaking about Aaron Ramsdale's start to life at the club. He says, it is very early to make a judgment of how good he is, but the way that he's settled and what he can transmit on and off the pitch, I think is really important. He has engaged and he has adapted really well to the club. I think he's getting a very good connection as well to our supporters and he's performing well, which is the most important thing. And talking about Emil Smith-Rowe's humility, Mikel says, to be fair, Emil is naturally like this. If anything, sometimes you have to tell him how good he is. He needs to believe how good he is. You have to encourage him to try things he's capable of doing. And talking about Matteo Guendouzi, Arteta says, if Matteo Guendouzi could return was the question. This is something that I also want to know. He says, for right now, he's gone for the season. I think he's having a really good spell at Marseille. And it's part of the plan we made with him. He's continued with this development and we'll make a decision at the end of the year. So I don't get it. I don't think so Matteo Guendouzi has a chance to make it at Arsenal if Mikel Arteta is there. So I don't know. Mikel Arteta does not answer yes or no in a yes or no format. He just says it in, yeah. He'll just try to confuse you and just may not want to answer. Sometimes I feel that way. But talking about Martinelli's lack of minutes, well, Arteta had something to say. He says Martinelli has a minor injury. We don't know if he's going to be available for Monday. He also says that well, it's because of the amount of players we have in those positions, first of all, but we have a lot of options with Gabi and we have to find the right space for him to grow within the squad. And Arteta on whether Lacazette could leave in January says we are focusing on getting the best out of Laka and he shows every day his commitment is here. We just want to get him the right minutes so that he can show his quality and help the team to do better. Alright, so there were certain comments by Thierry Henry. Let me just tell you what he said about Arsenal currently. He says, I don't know if things are going in the right direction. I watched the Brighton game. Did you watch it? I was waiting to see a performance away from home against a team that passes the ball and instead we suffered. When we used to lose, even after I left the team, it was always said that Arsenal don't have a plan B and that they passed too much for the sake of passing. But I don't see that. I did not see that from Arsenal in the Brighton match. I saw Brighton do that. So Mikel Arteta was asked, what do you have to say about these terms that Thierry Henry said? What about the Thierry Henry comments? Arteta said, no, I haven't heard those comments. I've just heard them from you, the press. It's just another opinion, so you have to respect that. Yeah, that's all I would want to even say that. And talking about Granit Xhaka, Arteta says with Granit, I don't know, but I'm sure that if you tell him 3 months, he will be thinking 2 months. He will be trying to do extra work to try to minimize that time. That is for sure. So that's the beauty that Granit Xhaka is all about. Is a wonderful lad. And talking about Jack Wilshere says, I see all the love from the fans. They're asking me if I'm going to get a contract and they say they want me to, which is obviously nice, but I'm just thankful for Arsenal giving me an opportunity to be around players again, to be around the club. Honestly, I'm just concentrating on getting myself as fit as I can physically and being in a good place mentally for January when the window opens and hopefully something comes up. And also he just, I think he spoke about Charlie Patino. We're going to talk about that later then. So yeah, that is that. So talking about Gabriel Martinelli, Charles Watts claims Gabriel Martinelli needs a January loan. Well, on his YouTube channel, that's what he said about Gabriel Martinelli. He says, I really think a loan move in January would be a good thing for Martinelli. there's no doubt that you kind of look at Martinelli right now, and I think in the last 12 months or so, he has stagnated a little bit because he's not getting enough game time, so he needs to go out and play. I think in January, if things stay the same, which is I believe they will, because I just can't see how things are going to really change between now and January, that you just send him out somewhere, get him some really regular game time between now and the end of the season, so he can come back in the summer and really stake his claim. That's what Mikel Arteta is asking from William Saliba as well. So I hope that happens. I hope that happens as well. That's really not a bad idea though. Not a bad idea at all, by the way. So Arsene Wenger's Invincibles documentary is ready, and there's a moment in that documentary where Sir Alex Ferguson says in that documentary, the achievement stands above everything else. The achievement meaning, you know what it means. The Golden Premier League, going unbeaten, the Invincibles. He's saying that achievement stands above everything else. He says it. So you know what it means. And talking about, Arteta also spoke about if Martinelli would be if it would be possible to send Gabriel Martinelli on loan. Arteta says no. I am very happy with him. We are not thinking about anything like that. So oh my God, that's crazy. That is supremely crazy. Yeah. So if you want to check out Arsene Wenger's Invincibles official trailer, check it out on YouTube if you want. I've shared it on my Instagram. I've shared it on my Twitter. The link of which is in the description. Yes, it will just pop out and you can actually check it out. It's a fantastic one. Yeah, it's really good. So, WhoScored.com have already come up with the best new signing 11 based on the Premier League ratings in 2021-2022, and 3 of Arsenal's players are already in there. Aaron Ramsdale, Ben White, and Takehiro Tomiyasu have made it into WhoScored's best new signing 11 already. Rafa Varane is there, Cucurella is there. Yeah, there's Romelu Lukaku, and of course there is Wang Yi-chan, Townsend, Gallagher, Grealish, and of course Demarai Gray. So that's the lovely part of Arsenal actually signing some really good players for a change. But 3 Premier League stars are lined up by Arsenal in the bid to replace summer departure. So the departure looks like Arsenal looking to make sure that Hector Bellerin is leaving on a permanent deal. If that happens, 3 players have been lined up by Arsenal according to this report from Fichajes. They say that they're looking for a new right back, and the first name in their mind is none other than the young Sir James Justin. It was really good until he had that ACL. Yeah, he ruptured his ACL in February. Arsenal are really interested. They could launch a bid according to certain rumours. Does not make any sense if Arsenal would want to go for him even after that injury. Next on that list is Tariq Lamptey of Brighton again. You know why Arsenal were linked with him. You know why Arsenal will be linked with him as well. And another player is Max Aarons. However, that's not the case. That's not a strong link of Arsenal with them. But yes, Arsenal are linked with these players, so watch out for that news. So talking about Thomas Partey, Mikel Arteta was asked, is he available for the clash against Crystal Palace? He says, well, let's see. We haven't had the players here yet. Some of them because they're still traveling. We played well and scored a couple of goals. He played well and he scored a couple of goals. So, of course, it's on the cards. But Ainsley Maitland-Niles opened up about his coaching badges, He's admitted that he's already done his coaching badges despite still being 24 years of age. He says, I'd be doing something in sport, definitely. I have a few of my coaching badges already. I don't know if I will end up going into coaching, but it's food for thought. And it's there if I need to. But something in sport, maybe being around players and helping them mentally prepare for their next steps. So Ainsley's really lined up his future already. That's a little crazy. So Jack Wilshere just opened up about Charlie Patino. He says, I know him, I've seen him play and he's a really good player. He obviously really young still and got a lot of developing to do, but he's definitely one who everyone at the training ground is talking about. The first team players know who he is and he's a good player and one for the future for sure. Well, according to La Razón, Sevilla and Atletico Madrid are set to battle for Alexandre Lacazette. That is there to be, that's there to be taken. But Arsenal could be set to save £7.9 million per year in wages because Turkish reports claim that Fenerbahce wants to sign wingback Sead Kolasinac while Galatasaray want to sign Mohamed El-Neni on a permanent basis. That could be the case. If not, we'll see. We'll see how things will turn out to be. So Arsenal fans a lot of Arsenal fans really want Arsenal to sign Noah Lang. 25 million pound bid is what Void Ball 24 say would Arsenal are willing to offer for Noah Lang, and a lot of Arsenal fans have taken to Twitter to say that, oh my god, we want him, he's a fantastic player, he would be really awesome on the wings, my god, finally an upgrade on Nicola Pepe, some those kind of comments as well. So with this I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you see daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing, lads. Cheers, I'll see you in the next one.